Hello, I'm Amy Muller, co-founder and director of community education at Get Satisfaction. Welcome to Community College. Today we're talking about Get Satisfaction for Facebook and then diving into a few best practices for supporting your customers and making the most of your Facebook support channel. Then we'll talk with a customer who's effectively engaging with and supporting their customers inside Facebook. And finally, open it up to you for some Q&A. And I have my colleague, Zach Lawrick, our lead sales engineer, here today with me to help answer questions as well. So why Facebook? Why do we care about being social again? Facebook is important from both a marketing and support standpoint, but why? Well, because 70+% of Facebook friend referrals convert to trial. People actually listen to their friends, so wowing them in the community has far-reaching viral effects. This leads to significantly lower customer acquisition costs and ultimately significantly lower support costs by applying a community solution to your support strategy. Mint.com reduced their weekly support tickets by 75% after launching their Get Satisfaction community. And it acknowledges a fundamental shift in power between customers and brand. And for those of you who love data points, Facebook has more than 500 million active users, over 900 million objects that people interact with. The average user is connected to 80 community pages, groups, and events. The average user creates 90 pieces of content each month, and more than 30 billion pieces of content are shared each month on Facebook. And as of July 2010, almost 65 million users were clicking like daily. And it bears repeating. It acknowledges a fundamental shift in power between customer and brand. It's this idea of social engagement with your customers that Get Satisfaction was built on. Get Satisfaction is, in the purest sense, is a social platform. Facebook is a social platform with built-in virality. The two go hand in hand. So what is Get Satisfaction for Facebook and why do I need it? If you're not already using Facebook, consider that many of your customers and potential customers likely are. It's a way to be proactive about engaging with them where they're already participating, to build community wherever your customers are. If you are already using Facebook, then GS for Facebook integrates with your existing Get Satisfaction community so that you can consolidate your efforts. It moves conversations off the wall and into a space designed for conversations. It permanently stores Facebook-generated content. It allows you to search an indexed knowledge base. The community content syncs in real time between your Get Satisfaction community and your community space on Facebook. And you gain SEO benefits from user-generated content on Facebook with the Get Satisfaction for Facebook solution. So what are some of the benefits? Support costs and volume, increase customer satisfaction, identify and reward brand advocates, decrease customer acquisition costs, improve and build products customers want, influence and increase word of mouth. If you're like many companies, then perhaps your marketing department already decided it was a good idea to create a Facebook fan page, which, as we've just discussed, is smart because many of your most social customers are on Facebook. But oftentimes it gets used purely as a broadcast medium, and the customer's expectation is that someone from the brand is actually there to talk, which has been really underestimated. Customers often desire to use this channel to ask questions, solve problems, and share feedback. So marketing views the fan count as a badge of honor. The more fans, the better. But the more fans, the more the need for someone to actually engage with and support the community, because Facebook is a community. And since the content posted to the wall is not searchable and can be quickly buried by new content streaming in, it's not an ideal venue for delivering customer support and engaging with your customers around conversations. With Get Satisfaction for Facebook, you can bring your GS community, customer community, right into Facebook. The two locations mirror each other. So as content is posted to your support tab, it shows up in your community on getsatisfaction.com and vice versa. In this way, GS for Facebook transforms the fan page into a community-based customer service center. By freeing the company from the need to respond to the same questions over and over as they move on and off the wall, it reduces support costs while also providing your Facebook fans with access to a valuable customer network full of meaningful conversation. which increases customer satisfaction and loyalty. It can also assist in creating more content in your support community, which increases activity and engagement there as well. All of this serves to help increase customer satisfaction and loyalty. And remember, you can just moderate from one location. You can always choose to reply within the Facebook environment, and your reply will show up in the GS community as well. Or you can just reply and moderate from your GS community, and your replies will show up on Facebook. So let's talk about SEO benefits. What kind of SEO benefits do you get from using Get Satisfaction for Facebook? Well, content inside Facebook is trapped and lives on Facebook's domain, which means content on your wall does nothing to help your SEO, and it's not searchable and thus findable by your customers. However, since the content on the Get Satisfaction support side is stored inside our app, companies still get the SEO benefits, and your customers get the benefit of finding that content via a Google search. For example, if I search on Google for crazy cow challenges, the first result is this topic, which takes me to a page in Crazy Cow's Get Satisfaction community, which is domain aliased, giving their domain that SEO boost. And you can see that this topic was actually created from within Crazy Cow's GS for Facebook application. So, how do you do community management within Facebook? The primary thing you want to do is move customer activity away from the wall and into your community. The wall is a great place to broadcast and market, but your GS for Facebook space is where you want to ideally be answering questions, solving problems, and having conversations with your customers. There are a few things you can do to encourage this, but it's basically about changing your customers' behavior with some persistence. When a customer posts a question to the wall, you should answer it, but also refer the customer to your support area in your response so that other customers will see that it's the place to go. For instance, here we responded to their issue but then followed it up with saying, also, for future reference, be sure to post your issues on our support tab here in Facebook so that they will be more visible to our community management and support team. You should occasionally post reminders to your wall, pointing people to the correct place for answers to questions, feedback, and idea sharing. You have the option of defaulting to the support tab as the primary fan page view. You should experiment with this to see if that works for you. Not all companies want to do this because they want to keep their marketing channel within Facebook, the wall, front and center, or perhaps they want to use the welcome page as the landing tab. But you should know that this is an option. You can also have a permanent note posted reminding people where to go for customer support, as Yola has done over here in their little left column on their Facebook wall. They say, need help with your Yola site? We do respond on our wall to the best of our ability, but you'll have the best success if you use the support tab or email us so that we can get all the relevant information and track your issue until it is resolved. And you can even include a link to the support community area, which Fundraiser has done from their wall. And you can link to it from your other Marcom, including email, ad campaigns within Facebook, your newsletters, company website, even your Get Satisfaction community homepage. And keep in mind that you can also now select from several options for a tab name so that it accurately reflects your primary focus for your Facebook customer community. And now you can bring even more of the Facebook virality into your Get Satisfaction community with the addition of our new Facebook like box, which you can add to the right column on your community homepage. We have a topic posted with instructions for adding this in our Get Satisfaction community, which can be found at this rather long URL, or you can find it in our list of most recent company updates in the Get Satisfaction community. So that would be getsatisfaction.com/getsatisfaction/updates/recent, and you'll find that topic there in that list, which will give you all the instructions for adding that like box to the right column of your community homepage on Get Satisfaction. So in summary, you want to build community wherever your customers are, and you want to get the most out of your Facebook efforts and Get Satisfaction efforts by integrating the two. Encourage customers to use GS for Facebook rather than the wall to engage in conversations with you. Select a tab name that makes sense for your community's purpose, and add the like box to your GS community homepage. So we've got Philip, and sorry Philip if I pronounced this wrong, Postrahovsky with us, and you can correct it when we bring you on the line here if I've said that wrong. He's the online community manager at Mogo Money. Welcome Philip, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Amy.
Did I pronounce
Thanks,
your
Amy.
last name correctly?
Yeah, it's Postrowski, so you were very close.
Okay, thank you. So can you please first give us a brief description of Mogo Money?
Sure. So Mogo is Canada's #1 short-term money supplier. So we provide small loans to consumers, and really our aim is to become the Amazon.com of money borrowing by providing better service, no hassles, lowest price, and also no hidden fees. And yeah, we're definitely leading this space in Canada from a social media perspective and doing some innovative things, including building a high level of transparency using Get Satisfaction.
Awesome. Do you know about how many visitors that you estimate you get to your community, either on getsatisfaction.com or within Facebook or both?
So on average, we're getting around 1,000 visitors to the Get Satisfaction page, and then
Hmm.
on Facebook, we're getting around 200, and this is per week.
Okay, cool. So what do you feel are the benefits of using the Get Satisfaction integration with your Facebook initiative?
Great question. So there's really three, I guess, key benefits. First of all, it brings the customer service platform to a channel where we already have a conversation happening. For us,
Hmm.
our Facebook page is the hub of our community. So there's already a lot of great conversation going on. So we thought it makes complete sense for us to really add a platform that, again, is fostering conversation. Second one is we've always aimed to kind of bring key elements of our website to our Facebook page, so we consider Get Satisfaction a key element. So again, if you go to our website or if you go to our Facebook page, you have that feedback tab there. So
Uh-huh.
again, it's kind of providing a seamless user experience. And then last one, again, we're always trying to build a new level of transparency. So again, although there's lots of great conversations happening on our Facebook wall, we think that having that Get Satisfaction tab allows people to see, I guess, an additional layer of conversation, which is more customer focused than just maybe contest or just industry related.
Yeah, yeah. I could see how, this goal you guys have of transparency would be really beneficial, especially in a space like yours where you're talking about, money loaning and stuff. I would imagine that would really help to breed trust in your relationship, with your customers, that you're so
Yeah,
willing to kind of put it all out there and be so transparent.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, in our industry, people like to, it's kind of known for, like no transparency. A lot of, I guess you could say there's some negative connotations, and we've completely taken, I guess, we've taken that and turned it into an opportunity and built a high level of brand trust using Get Satisfaction.
I love that so much. That is so inspiring.
Mhm.
So, how do you guys use your Facebook wall versus your Get Satisfaction for Facebook?
I guess what we do on our wall is we run a lot of contests. We ask questions that aren't really related always to our product. So it's really on the wall. We're just kind of creating a conversation that's more based around timely matters. So for example, with Valentine's Day coming up, we'll be running a Valentine's Day contest, and we'll be asking Valentine's Day related questions. Get Satisfaction is more focused on just customer service, product ideas. So it's a
Uh-huh.
lot more focused on what we offer as a product than as opposed to the benefits that we offer in our community.
Yep. Cool. Do you guys do anything to encourage your fans and customers to post in your Get Satisfaction community on Facebook rather than on the wall?
Yeah, so as part of our regular content plan, we on Twitter and on Facebook, we ask people to what I've kind of coined as ask us anything. So again, we're kind of putting ourselves out there, but we know that being transparent is only going to benefit us. So we ask people to ask us anything, and we provide a direct link to our Get Satisfaction Facebook tab. And actually, if you go to facebook.com/mogomoney, you'll see that we just actually posted that, and we do that on a weekly basis.
That's cool. That's
Mhm.
great. Do you have any sense of what percentage of your customers interact with you just inside of Facebook? Like
That's a
not at getsatisfaction.com, but just in Facebook?
That's a good question. We know that through different strategies that we've probably gotten our Facebook or our fan base to around a 50-50 split of actually customers and just people who want to engage with our brand and potentially become a customer.
Uh-huh.
So we think that we have about 50% of our fans engaging with us that are actually customers as well.
Cool.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Philip, for joining us. And we'll be doing a Q&A session in a moment here. And if anyone in the audience has questions for you, we will bring you back on the line to answer them if that's okay.
Excellent. Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks, Amy.
Okay, thanks, Philip. So if you guys want to find out more about our Get Satisfaction for Facebook solution, you can visit our site at getsatisfaction.com/partners/Facebook for those of you who are not already using this product. And without any further ado, we will move on to our Q&A session. And as I said, I've got Zach Lawrick joining me today, who's our lead sales engineer, so he can help me answer some of the questions that might come in. And thank you, Zach, for joining us.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
And we're just waiting to get some questions sent over here to us. Can Get Satisfaction Facebook support tab be integrated with multiple Facebook accounts? I'm going to let Zach take that one.
So by multiple Facebook accounts, I'm assuming they're meaning multiple Facebook pages. You can use the Facebook support tab on multiple Facebook pages, but it would be a separate tab for each page that can connect to a single community.
Thank you, Zach.
Sure.
Which plans include the Facebook plugin? So the Get Satisfaction for Facebook is included in almost all of our plans now. It's Grow, Connect, Integrate, and then obviously the Enterprise plan, which has sort of a whole different version of it with some further customization options. And I believe, what's the price right now of our Grow plan?
Grow plan is $49 a month.
So $49 a month, which gives you all the moderation tools and a lot of other great features, also gives you the Get Satisfaction for Facebook solution. You mentioned moving conversations off of the wall into a place designed for conversation. We agree, but how do you get people to post in the support tab instead of the wall? That's been our biggest struggle with this feature. So yeah, that's what I was talking about with where you really have to kind of train your customers to change their behavior. So like as Philip was just saying, and maybe we can bring him back on the line to talk a little bit about this and see how successful it's been for them. So maybe Paul can unmute Philip. But I'll just add a little bit here first that regular posts to your wall reminding people to use the your support tab or whatever you're calling that tab to ask questions and give you feedback and just report their problems. Also, you have an area in the left column of your Facebook fan page that's a little area for custom sort of text from you. It could be like a company description. It's just sort of an open area for you to put whatever you wanted. And I showed you a couple of ideas, like that Yola has a message there that reminds people where to go for support, that Fundraiser actually includes a link in that space because you can actually get a direct link to your Get Satisfaction for Facebook tab. So having something that's posted permanently that points people there, the occasional wall postings yourself of reminding people to go there, and then when people do post questions in your community, as I showed you in that one example from ours, or when they do post questions on your wall, respond to it, but in your response include a reminder to them of where they should go in the future so that they can be sure to get more rapid help, and so that their question or issue can be tracked better, because obviously when things are on the wall, there's not a way to really keep track of that. It just gets buried over time as new activity comes in on the wall. So Philip, did we unmute Philip? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. If you sort of noticed that, where maybe in the beginning your customers were really posting a lot on your wall and you've been able to kind of train them over time to go to your feedback tab.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with all the points that you talked about. I think it's just a matter of educating your consumers and also your fans that have questions to really go to get satisfaction. I think one other tip I may recommend to everyone is if you do have a welcome email that you send out to somebody that's become a customer, again, include a link to get satisfaction. Say if you have any questions or issues, check out our get satisfaction page. So again, that could be a key touch point for you to be promoting that service channel.
Right. And when you do that, you could include both a link to the direct Get Satisfaction community on getsatisfaction.com, and you can also include a direct link to your Get Satisfaction for Facebook area for anybody who's a Facebook user and prefers to interact with you there. So,
exactly,
yeah, great. Thank you, Philip. I'm new to Facebook and just created a business page. Should I have used a fan page? Is the plugin functional on both types of pages? Zach, do you have any idea about that?
I believe you want to create, I don't know if there's much difference between a Facebook page.
I thought they were kind of I thought they'd become the same thing. I didn't know there was a separate business page now. So you might have created a fan page without realizing it. That probably is what you have. So you can you can poke around in your settings there too to see what your options are. You should have there's a variety of tab options that just come with your Facebook fan page when you set that up, and then once you have that account too, then when you on Get Satisfaction, you can go into your admin section, and there will be a sub-navigation link in there for Facebook, and you click on that, and then that's how you get started with setting up your Get Satisfaction for Facebook solution. Why not point them to your direct Get Satisfaction page instead of the support tab on Facebook? Again, I think you could do both because some users are just comfortable in the Facebook environment. That's where they want to interact. That's where they are anyway because they're interacting with their friends. They're interacting maybe with other brands on Facebook. They're playing Facebook games. So if Facebook is a channel that your company has decided is important for your customer base, then it's a good idea to have this integration with Get Satisfaction and Facebook, and then give your customers the option, because the idea is, to not limit their options to engage with you, but to increase their options for engagement with you and meeting them where they are and where they what their natural habitat is. Okay, so we have two that were similar. How can you edit the tab name from support to ask us a question, etc.? And can the Facebook tab shown in Facebook be custom designed? So it can't be custom designed on our standard plans, but you do have those options that I showed you where it could say feedback, it could say support, it could say Q&A. There are a few different options, right?
There's a few different options for the name of the tab itself, depending on what the purpose of the tab is.
Yeah.
And in terms of custom designed, I mean, you have the ability to brand it to a certain extent. In terms of adding a logo to the top.
Yeah, which that's on our enterprise plan.
On our
enterprise you can add like a banner to the top of your Facebook page area, your Facebook support page area. But in terms of like the actual like visual look of the tab, I mean that's really determined by Facebook. Right. So, but what we've been able to allow you to do is have a selection of different titles that could go on that tab, depending on what your main focus is for your support community within Facebook. For instance, Mogo Monies has called theirs feedback to sort of give the focus that they really want a lot of product feedback in their Get Satisfaction for Facebook area, whereas ours says support. So there's a few different options listed there, and you can find those in your Facebook admin area of your Get Satisfaction community. So if you're listed as an admin in your Get Satisfaction community, then you can go over into your admin section and click on Facebook, and if you've already got the Get Satisfaction for Facebook solution set up, then you'll see the options there for what you want your support tab to be called.
And the thing, as it pertains to design, I think it's important to keep it simple anyway. You want to encourage people to participate in the tab or participate in the community. If you have a lot of design components there or design elements, it can confuse them. So it's important to keep it clean.
That's true. How soon do you recommend purchasing your software prior to launching our company?
I think that totally depends on why you're purchasing our software in the first place. And if you'd like to launch the software as a way to gather ideas on some of the products that you might be putting out or some of the services that you might offer, then you can purchase our software prior to even launching your idea or your company. It really depends on why you're using our product, I think.
Yeah, and also we do have a 14-day trial with all of our standard paid plans, and we also just have a free version, so you could always set up a free community before your launch and kind of just get the basics set up there. And then when you're ready to actually launch your company, and so then you're kind of ready to start maybe paying for some of the solutions you're going to be using to support that, then you can upgrade to one of our paid plans. So if you have more questions about that, you can feel free to email outreach@getsatisfaction.com, and someone from our outreach team would be happy to chat with you and kind of help you kind of figure out what the best solution is for you.
And to that point as well, if your question is around how long it takes to set up, so you want to kind of have it launched in conjunction with the launch of your business, our average setup or implementation time is about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it's really easy to set up. Setting up the Facebook tab is also very easy to set up. So
yeah, and it can be as little as a few minutes. I mean, you can get your community created in as little as 5 minutes, but then it's depending on what plan you purchase, what other options you want to set up, and the kind of customizations you want to do, it can take a little longer, but really it's a pretty quick turnaround. So, does GS for Facebook?
We can integrate with a variety of systems. We're working on Salesforce integration. So somebody can come into Facebook, ask a question, that creates a topic within your Get Satisfaction community, which will also create a record within Salesforce. So you can manage it as a part of your support process, potentially push that into Salesforce ideas, create leads from those. We also have integration with Right Now and Zendesk.
Great, thank you, Zach. Can I customize my plan, e.g., adding CRM to Grow package?
You cannot.
No, we don't. We don't really have any a la carte, modules right now. It's really just per plan. So.
And I think it's important, especially as we talk about integrating to CRM systems. Please reach out to our outreach team there, because everybody's CRM implementation is different, and why they would want a integration to their CRM system is different as well. And we can help you kind of talk through those options.
Yeah. So again, that's outreach@getsatisfaction.com. Is it possible to integrate the GS tab into a splash page? I saw Mogul Money had added a special banner on top, like you just explained. This is just for enterprise, but should be able to do something with the API. I'm not sure what you mean by a splash page. There is an option that I've noticed in Facebook pages now where you can have a welcome tab, and the Get Satisfaction for Facebook right now is just another one of the tabs that you can have there, and you can decide, like I showed you in your permission settings, what the default landing tab is for people who come to your Facebook fan page, whether it's the wall, the welcome tab, your Get Satisfaction for Facebook page. But can I see that question again, Paul? And yeah, the banner on top is that's part of the kind of full customization on the enterprise plan with us. So I'm not sure if that quite answers your question. If I didn't, could you please repost with a little bit of clarification for me? That'd be great. Thank you.
It's also a great question for our developer community as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We're talking about API integration and how it integrates with Facebook Connect and things like that. That community can absolutely help you out.
Do you remember the URL for that?
I can get it in 2 seconds.
Okay, so we're going to get you the URL for that. We actually have, we have getsatisfaction.com/getsatisfaction, which is our main customer support community. But we've recently launched a second community that's really a developer community for the more technical questions around things like API and single sign-on and things like that. We haven't really promoted it yet, but it does exist, and Zach is pulling that URL up, so we'll have that for you in just a moment.
Yep, that's just getsatisfaction.com/dev community.
So that's getsatisfaction.com/DEV community. All right, so I think that's it for our Q&A session today. Thank you so much for joining us. Next week, please join us for a very special webcast. I'll be joined by Thor Muller, our CTO and my co-founder, to discuss our short-term product roadmap, so what you can expect from Get Satisfaction in the coming months. So it should be a great session. We will also have a Q&A at the end of that session, so you can ask your questions directly of Thor. So please join us for that next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We always post a notice about these webcasts on our Facebook wall. So if you don't get an invitation email, please check out facebook.com/getsatisfaction and keep your eye on our wall for information about that webcast. Also, we'd love to hear your suggestions and requests for additional topics for our community college webcasts. So if you have ideas, if you have things you'd like to hear about from us, please email us at communitycollege@getsatisfaction.com, or you can just post in our support community at getsatisfaction.com/getsatisfaction. And we really want to hear from you about that. And we also have a variety of webcasts, screencasts, demos, presentations posted in a couple of areas, one at getsatisfaction.tv, and we're also starting to condense and port some of that over to youtube.com/getsatisfaction. And we will eventually have all of the webcasts in this current series posted there as well. And we also just recently relaunched our help section with integrated widgets. So a lot of great information there. Also some great examples for how to integrate Get Satisfaction with your own help section on your website. So check out getsatisfaction.com/help. So thank you so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your week.